you and I have to learn not how to write accounts, but how to read accounts. You and I have to learn not how to make balance sheets, but how to read balance sheets. And therefore, you must understand this, because you may be browsing through the books of your organization or anybody's organization, and you see something over there. What you see must make sense. An accountant may have written them, but you are expected to read them. Suppose you're browsing through the books of some organization, maybe Lamcon's books, and you come across two accounts. And the title of one account happens to be Binoy, and the title of second account happens to be Krish. And you see a 10,000 appearing on the debit side of Binoy's account and a 20,000 appearing on the credit side of Krish account. My question is, can you read this? I think one thing is going to be clear to you, even at this stage, is that whatever relationship these two gentlemen have with Lamcon seem to be opposite. Why do I say the relationship is opposite? Because the numbers are on opposite sides. It tells you one of them must be a vendor to us and the other person is a customer. One person owes money to Lamcon and the other person Lamcon owes money to. One is a debtor and the other one is a creditor. Let's go into the root of these words. Who's a debtor? Debtor is a person who owes you. Why does this person owe you? He must have come to you, purchased something, and up to date not paid you. So folks, do you think a debtor is called a debtor because the fellow is in debt? Who's a creditor? You owe money to that person. And why do you owe money? You must have gone to that person, purchased something, and not paid him. That means that fellow has sold goods to you on credit. Do you think a creditor is called a creditor because there is a credit transaction? A debtor is called a debtor because the person is in debt? And the answer is, if you think so, please don't. Why do I say that? I say that because if you think the word debtor came from debt, then you will have to appreciate that there is a debt in both cases. In the case of a debtor, that person is in debt. In the case of a creditor, you are in debt. Similarly, if you think the word creditor came from the fact that there was a credit transaction, you will again appreciate there was a credit transaction in both cases. In the case of a debtor, a sale took place on credit. In the case of a creditor, a purchase took place on credit. I'm now trying to tell you there is a debt in both cases. There's a credit transaction in both cases. And therefore, the only answer we can reach is that neither the word debt has caused the word debtor, nor the fact that there was a credit transaction is responsible for the word creditor. So we are back to square A. Why is a debtor called a debtor? Why is a creditor called a creditor? Now the answer is so simple, you're going to laugh. My job, folks, is to make accounts user-friendly for you. So next time you see something like this, there should be no scope for confusion at all. And the answer is, a debtor is called a debtor only because the figure appears on the debit side. And the creditor is called a creditor because the number appears on the credit side. Debit for debtor, credit for creditor. Now can you tell me who's the debtor, who's the creditor? It's obvious. Binoy is the debtor, Krish is the creditor.